David, to start with you, what felt different for your team here tonight? You had plenty of opportunities, plenty of chances, some PP looks. What felt different?
Well, I thought they did a good job with their cycle, their forecheck. I think that's a staple for their team, and we weren't able to break out pucks as clean as usual. You're right, though. We did have looks. We kind of stayed in the game. Big goal by Razor. I thought exactly what we talked about, getting someone to the net front. He did that to perfection, get his own rebound, and I think we got to do that a little more too.
David, are penalties just in general kind of hurting you guys a little bit? Too much?
How many we got tonight? 3?
We got early on though.
Yeah, no, it's not it's not the best. Obviously, like I think mine it comes off a face-off. It's a high stick. I mean, I got one. They didn't call it. Like just is what it is. Sometimes definitely you gotta try and stay out of the box.
David, a guy like Hellebuyck, he's one of the better ones in the league. How do you beat a guy like that? What is it?
Yeah, just like I said, just what Razor did. I think we did have a couple looks. Fish did it. A couple of shots from Wallman. I thought. I mean, I think like we got the Larks, Razor, and Cat line that kind of create all kinds of chances in many ways. Rush, cycle, all that stuff. I think the other lines we can do a better job at maybe having more mentality to work the puck behind the net and kind of create momentum that way, if not goals and chances and things like that. And you see a line like Lowry tonight. That's what they did all night to us. It wasn't easy.
Lucas, the power play in the third generated some chances, some shots, and then they came down and scored. Was that kind of the turning point right there?
Yeah, both yes and no. I feel like we had looks all game, and but I think that's the next step we need to take as a team to be able to, win these games, the tight ones, in the third period. I think we played a solid game. We have chances to score 3-4 goals, so I think that's the next step for us.
David, what can you guys take away from this recent stretch, though, and especially going into Ottawa? I mean, going into Boston on Saturday.
I think it's the same thing. It's exciting. Like Razor just said, we got to find a way through these games. It's not going to be perfect all the time. And that's why I'm excited, I think, heading into the next game and seeing how we react. We felt like maybe we deserved more against Seattle. Now I don't know if we did that tonight enough to feel like that. So it's going to be a good test to see how we react. It wasn't going to be smooth sailing the whole time. So I think that's the part that for me, you get excited as you get older to find ways through these times.
David, you posted something on Twitter today. I mean,
Yeah.
Did you play in Lewis?
I did.
Or?
Yeah, it was tough to read, obviously, as it started happening last night. Sent a bunch of texts to people that I know in the area. Obviously, had a great year playing there, and obviously my heart out to these people. Like, just I think some people related to the team were involved in it, and I mean, my son's billet was on the same street that it happened, so he's a guy that I love a lot, and for the most part, the people I talked to have been safe, but it's just devastating to read the whole thing happening.
And usually on a night where you've got chances, 5-on-5 chances on the power play, get over 30 shots and get a result like this, what's the message?
I don't think our process was off tonight. Probably didn't have enough energy throughout. We had pushes, but it wasn't push the whole time. Probably a little credit to them. And Hellebuyck, that was probably the number one difference in this game. And our goalie was actually really good, especially at 2-1. They had a couple really good looks. He made big saves. But, yeah, Hellebuyck on a pretty even game. I think if you probably look back analytically, underlying numbers will say it's an even game, maybe a little in our favor. He was the difference tonight.
David said he's interested in the response after the Seattle game, thinking he maybe deserved a better result, maybe not deserving the same result tonight in your minds, but looking forward to the response on Saturday in Boston.
Of course.
What's your thought on that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we're 0-1-1 in our last two, and you want to find ways to not get extended streaks like that. So, hopefully to bounce back. And again, I'm not alarmed with our 0-1-1 in the last two, in that we did do some pretty good things. The puck didn't go in for us tonight because our looks were there. It just didn't go in, and probably again a credit to Hellebuyck.
How does having a more veteran group help in that regard as far
Yeah, I
as
think so.
responding?
Yeah, you hope so, especially, we'll see when we roll into Boston on Saturday.
You see two more potentially elite goalies these next couple of games. What do you have to do to beat those?
Yeah, a little more traffic, and that's probably the one knock. We as good as he was, we just didn't do enough to make it harder on him. I mean, even our 1 goal for, we give Razor credit. He was committed to going right to the net, and he finishes off a rebound from being right on top of that blue paint. So, yeah, any good goalie, you need to crowd him. You need to take away space. We'd like a little more volume to the net and get into maybe some defensive races and a little bit of a shot scramble. So maybe something we'll talk about going forward Saturday.
After scoring 4 or more, I think in 6 straight games, it's just a matter of trying to find ways to win those 2-1 type games.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's, you're not going to get bailed out with 3 power play goals every game and 4 or 5 goals. That was a tight game. It's a credit to them. They came in, played a good, tight game. And again, the looks were there. We just couldn't finish tonight.
Larkin with an 8-game point streak now. What's allowed him to kind of drive the offense?
No, he's buzzed. I mean, he had a simple point with his, obviously, just getting a puck to the net with some traffic there. But he still had looks. He could have had a 3-4 point night easily tonight. He's playing with pace. He had some good things on the rush. Just didn't go for him tonight.
You guys just played a division opponent last Saturday on the road. Is that a good reference point for, just that type
Yeah,
of
I just
emotion
think,
going into Boston?
again, it's a team and us, trying to reel in these top teams in the league, and we have an opportunity on Saturday. So not much really more than that.
The first period, Derek, like 2 or 3 penalties.
3.
It's not the way.
No chance. It gets, and again, a little unlucky. We get out of it down 2. They get a bounce and it ends up on the wrong stick, and Connor obviously ends up in the back of the net. But, and it's not so much they scored, obviously, on the power play, but you spend 6 minutes. You get no rhythm on your team. Your players are gassed. We gave ourselves no chance with the 6 minutes of penalties in the first. So, that was a big part of us not being able to get much of a pushback in that period. Thanks, guys.